All right, it's time to dive into level one graphing. So, to graph a line, you need to be able to identify your y-intercept and your slope. The y-intercept, well, you need to get your equation into the form y equals mx plus b. The b is your y-intercept. That's where it hits this axis in the middle, the y-axis. It's called the y-intercept. And then the m is your slope, which is the rise over the run. It's how much you go up and down over how much you go right or left. And so here I got this line here. It has a y-intercept of 3. So I'm going to go to my y-axis, that's the up and down one, and put a dot on 3. And then I'm going to use my slope of 5/2. A positive slope means you're going to go up and to the right. So we're going to go up 5 and right 2. Oh no, if I try to go up 5 and right 2, I kind of fall off my graph a little bit. And so what you can do is go down and left. You can go the same amount in the opposite directions. And that's because if I go from this point to this point, it would be going up 5, right 2. So now I got my points here. I can connect it up and I'll make a lovely line looking like this. Try to make it straight. Okay, let's try out another one. My y-intercept is 1, so I'm going to go to my y-axis and put a dot on 1. And then my slope is negative 1/5. So that means I'm going to go down 1 and then right 5. So remember, it's negative slopes go down and right like this way, or it can go like this. Positive slopes go up and to the right. Negative slopes go down and right. So we're going to go down 1, right 5, puts a point here. You can go the opposite again, so we can go up 1, left 5, also get a point here. And once you got your points, you can connect them up, make it a beautiful line there, you know, but, like good line. So yeah, you got your line looking like that. So let's go to number 3 here. It has a y-intercept of -1, so I'm going to go to -1 on my y-axis and put a dot. My slope here is just 4. If you just have a plain old number like 4 or -2 or whatever, you can always put it over 1, because 4 divided by 1 is still 4. And so you're going to put it over 1. So now I know my slope is going to be 4 over 1. The top number tells me to go up 4. And then the bottom number tells me to go right 1. And the reason it's up and right is because it's a positive slope. So up 4, right 1, point. You can also go down 4, left 1. That gives you a point. Looking like that. And let's try out number 4. If you're getting the hang of it, you can try out some of the rest of these and then catch up later. And just check it later. So I see this one, it's got a y-intercept of -2, so I put a dot on -2. And then I see a slope of -3. I need to put that over 1. My slope is negative, so it's going to go down and to the right. So I'm going to go down 3 and then right 1. And I want some more points, so I'm going to go up and left. Up and left. So there I got my constant slope there of -3. It's going to look something like that. So there's my line. Let's go to number 5 here. It has a slope of a y-intercept of +1, so I'm going to put a point on 1. But there's no number in front of x here. If there's no number in front of x, it's 1. And so my slope here is -1. It's also not over a number, so I'm going to put it over 1. So it kind of has these invisible ones here. If there's no number in front, the number is 1. So you have a slope here of -1, which means I'm going to go down 1 and right 1, because negative slopes go down and right. So I can go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. You can get a bunch of points. You can also go up and left, and that gives you points as well. And you draw it, connect it up, and voila, you got it. Okay, let's look at 6. There's no number here for my y-intercept, and so you can put +0. Remember, it's mx plus b. It's not going to be 1 in this case, because if you add 1, that would actually say add 1. If 0 is the additive identity, so you can put 0 there. So it's +0. So my y-intercept is 0, and then I have a slope here of 1/3, which is going to be up and to the right. So I'm going to go up 1, right 3, up 1, right 3. You can also go down and left to get points like that. And then you connect your line, and voila, there you go, level 1 graphing.